So I'm chillin' like a villain and always willing to tell the truth. Nah, I'm being silly. I came on here real quick before going to bed. As you can see, I look like I'm going to bed. But you know what? I don't mind coming on here being half asleep because I wanted to talk about something near and dear to my heart. And I'm cool with how I look. If you don't like it, bounce. Anyway, my whole point is I had a conversation with a couple of folks that I feel close to, and the topic came up in regards to testimonies versus deeming how you live your life law for everybody else. And you're probably like, what the heck is she talking about? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is a lot of times people will share their testimonies, but they will turn their testimonies into what everyone else should be doing, like how they should serve the Lord based off of their experience and whatever, or you should take this path. Listen, everyone has advice, everyone has opinions. But when we start speaking the word only and incorporate those opinions and advice with other people, that's the cat behind me, y'all. We learn that God actually puts things on our hearts to encourage individuals. We go through things so that way we can share these things with people and provide them with knowledge and the ability to not experience certain mistakes. Or maybe if it's not even a mistake, you're talking about something good. You know what I'm saying? It could be whatever. It's just to the point where we have testimonies in order to provide encouragement. That doesn't mean that everyone is going to follow that same pathway or should follow that same path. My whole thing is, and from my personal experience, I follow the peace of God and most importantly, God's guidance. Um, I hate when people use their testimonies to make it seem like this is the law that you should abide by. If so, pull up the scripture, bring up the word. Where does it say that in the Bible? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we learn to listen to God more and take what other individuals say as encouragement or with a grain of salt, or if it's something that doesn't even make sense, ignore it, period, then we would have more peaceful lives because you would be an individual who knows what comes out your mouth should be governed by God and not something to the point where you're trying to be influential and make a name for yourself. God should be the forefront of everything, first of all. So I say all that to say that when you walk in your daily life, when you execute certain behaviors, or when you choose to, I don't know, participate in things, enjoy extracurricular activities, whatever it is, if you put God first, then you're going to naturally do what's right for you. Say for instance, I'm going to use concerts for example because that's my thing. I love going to concerts. I like certain music. I'm a big R&B, neo soul person particularly. If I choose to go to a concert and I don't feel persecuted by that, I'm going to a concert. If you feel like, hey, I only want to go to concerts or listen to music that only speaks about Jesus and Christ, that's your choice. But when we start pointing the finger and saying you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, or even if you're doing it out of kindness and saying, well, I feel like, music is the devil, whatever. Yeah, I get what you're saying about how you're supposed to protect your eye and ear gates. That's what the word tells us, of course. But do you know what you're particularly supposed to be protecting it from? I challenge you to think about food for thought and what are your trigger points? What would cause you to sin? What is it that would cause you to behave poorly? What is God trying to keep you from? What is He trying to keep you from going back to? And once you figure those things out, then you'll know what you need to stay away from and what you can handle. But I wouldn't stop doing something because somebody else said it, because all that's going to do is help you. It's going to drive you to do it more. So that's my 2 cents for tonight. I just want you to be true to your authentic self and be led by Christ and not by individuals and their opinions. Deuces.